It's your boy Halo, the host.
It's your boy Ethan, co-host.
It's your boy Gabe, guest on the show.
It's your boy Clifford, guest on the show as well.
There we go. We haven't fucked it up. Because I was really thinking, like, if these guys fuck it up, I'm gonna lose my shit. I was really gonna be like, I was waiting for something to be super racist then, to which you would have just heard, and followed by their sound. That's what would really fucking happen. And I'm your do 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 do. Fucking
Cue the elevator music.
Right. So, our first topic for today.
Let's look through my notes.
It's time to deliver.
Topic for today.
We could say, or could use my new room coming together as a first topic, because then it can spark up some other shit.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Right. Your new room.
I would go forward. I would like to go first to be forward about my room coming together. My room, as a matter of fact, is nowhere close to be completed. Because the only thing I really have that completes my setup is
Oh,
dresser,
yeah, because you
TV.
moved that room. Do you have
Yes.
something actually? You got a bean sack, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I don't really use it anyway, considering that I use my bed most of the time. And since my bean sack is on the floor.
Sack. Yeah. So the majority of the flooring's done today. The rest will be done tomorrow.
Flooring's
Which-
easy, man.
Nice.
Or just laying it's the more tedious part to it.
Still pretty easy.
Especially when the room is the walls quite jagged in some areas, so you have to really like cut into them.
Oof.
Yeah. So kind of oofarino moment. But the
Yeah.
paint, you've seen how it come through in the video. It looks quite bright in there.
Yeah. It's a pretty bright room. Seems pretty small from the video too, though.
Well, then keep in mind, I only like took it's more long. It's still got the same space. It's just long. Long boy TM.
Oof.
I got a bit of ventilation in that room.
Something I need in my room. Jesus Christ. It gets so hot in my room.
It gets like strangely cool in my room sometimes. I mean, I like it.
Could be
No, like we're not talking about that thing, Halo. I mean, I like it because most of the time up here, like during the spring and summer season, all the ventilation will be more concentrated downstairs during the day, and I'm mostly up here during the day, so it'd be like very hot. But like the furnace decided to be changing its mind up, so every now and then it'd be switching between intervals of delivering cool air up to the second floor. And bro, I'm sure now.
deoxidizing your babies.
I mean, but it's feels so great when it finally delivers up that cool air after like a long interval of hot air being up here for like a long period of time.
I guess that's nice, actually. My room just gets scorching, especially in the summer.
I mean,
Oh my
because my room is
God.
currently above a bin room, if I open the window on a day where it hasn't been cleaned out, all you smell is fucking trash.
Bro.
You smell fresh air, you're like, oh, that's nice, and then you smell trash, and you're like, you fucking cunt.
Big oofs.
Exactly. So, getting mad. So, what's your weekend been like?
My weekend, I think so far has been great. Had my black belt pre-test yesterday. It was mostly more concentrated on the mental part of it, asking why you want to become a black belt, etiquette, curriculum, and such. Some physical work, but it was pretty interesting. My instructor made us do an interview, like, and make us ask questions that we would never ask ourselves in some situations, and I think it
Getting
was
all
pretty
existential up in
uplifting.
here.
And I think I really needed it a lot. But yeah, so far
Like, what were some of the
yesterday,
questions, eh?
pretty good. Some of the questions were, well, really, it was just one question, why you want to become black belt, and then we're divided into like probably like two or three different sub questions. Like, you have obviously question asked, why do you want to become a black belt? And then would be between the ask intervals of asking, how do you want to become one? When do you become one? And what will you do in the future when you become a black belt?
Not too bad.
And they were pretty interesting. Gave out all my honest answers from the heart. He told us to. Told us to be honest. We didn't have to think about it. It had to come from our heart. And of course, I believe that too.
Yeah.
And not only to mention, we also had a very strong meditating session beforehand. I mean, it wasn't very long. I mean, probably wasn't even a half hour, but I'd say helped in means of
Just sitting there.
concentration.
Sometimes you just gotta be true to yourself.
Yes. I was going to get emotional in
Feel
one of
that
the
aura.
questions that he asked and I answered. I was going to get kind of emotional, but I just kept it all together.
Yeah.
How do you get emotional from a question?
Man, trust me. He knows, me and him know some things about myself that I'm either keep buried, and sometimes when we bring him up, can get pretty emotional for me.
Fucking trying to put my email in is giving me a bit of drip for something. There we go. Easy, boys.
And
So,
how
okay, go on.
Yes, you may go on.
No, I was saying you can go on. K, go on. 'Cause
Okay. But overall, though, my weekend yesterday was pretty good afterwards. Relaxed, picked out on a couple of food, just relaxed mainly. And today, did work, did nothing, relaxed as well. Did work for school, obviously. But overall, this weekend, I'd say it was pretty aight in terms of
Yeah.
activities. That's all I gotta say about my weekend.
Nice.
my weekend's been slow going. Literally,
Yeah. For me, it's
Just-
been like fly.
I wasn't doing like anything productional or productive, so I was just kind of sitting here, sleeping, playing video games. The most part, watching Family Guy.
Sounds like me on every Friday night.
Finished an entire season of Family Guy yesterday and the day before.
Actually, not to mean to interrupt, but something quick to mention since you mentioned of watching a show. I am working on seeing if I can watch all both Avatar series as quick as possible without stopping. Because not to mention, I do like the very first Avatar show because let's be honest, that was a pretty good show when I was a kid.
Yeah, but the movie was
The
flawed.
movie was butchered by M. Night Shyamalan. The actors, I'm just saying right now, the movie were nothing more than robotic, bland. It was all too original. It was super cliche. Gave off so much exposition unnecessarily.
Bruh.
And plus, not to mention, they butchered the characters' names. And I'm not going
Didn't
to
they
mention
call
how.
Aang Ong?
Yes, and I prefer it not to hear that, considering it angers me still to this day. But yeah, they called it like that.
Stay, Sonny.
And
Feels
they
bad.
also called one of the other ones a very other butchered
Jeez.
name, but I am prefer not to mention. Ethan, you prefer to mention, but I prefer not. But I think you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen the movie once. I barely remember it, so I don't know.
Good,
I just
good.
remember them
I do.
calling
I only
Aang
watched it
Ong.
once too, and I'm still pretty mad about it. And plus, the ending really led to nowhere.
Didn't they make like Prince Zuko like the main villain? Like they didn't even become friends or anything.
Well,
I remember
they
that.
did. The problem with the movie was they tried to cram all of the first season of the cartoon show into one movie, and so some stuff was missed, and they just skipped to this one another. Hardly had any story. It's just go through this one to the other one. I mean, then again, most of the first season of the show, I can notice like some of it was filler. But then again, filler is what keeps you occupied and have time. It either lets you learn about the characters more, see what kind of more wacky adventures they could be on for their journey to the Water Tribe, or just learn more about them.
That's
And yeah,
what the
you would have
that's
your
what the
laughs.
first season. The first season for any show is usually the introduction to all the characters, like what their personalities are like and whatnot. And
Yeah,
obviously they perfect it more as the series goes on, but that's how it always starts off. It's like this is who I am. This is like the base of my character.
but the thing they did with Avatar is they every episode I felt well, this is probably pretty obvious for everyone that's watched it and they study it pretty closely. It felt like each episode had a story on itself, but at the same time wasn't forgetting the main story. Aang going to defeat the Fire Lord. It never forgot that topic. It was still focused on that, but at the same time, each episode had its own respective storyline.
Yeah.
And ending.
It was it covers the entire like all the stories covering like him mastering each element. Although he's already
And
mastered wind, air,
well,
whatever you call it.
air. Well, air is what he was born to. Like he's an air nomad. So, and plus, not to mention, he did become a master airbender at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, just flex for the century.
But yeah, I just really think Avatar in itself was a great show. Legend of Korra, though, people are saying it's supposed to be for the more mature audiences, people that grew up from the other show. It feels. I
I don't know.
couldn't.
I watched a little bit of it, and it seems more childish than Avatar
Exactly.
did.
It
No,
seems
I've
a
looked
lot
at
more
those before.
childish. I feel like it does the exact opposite of the show. It's a bit more adult in the beginning and turns more childish all the way to like the ending of the show. And not to mention, it created all these other like gap holes, all these gaps in like the story and whatnot of the previous one that really make no sense. Because if those were really things, then why weren't they explained in the first show? Then again, I know the writers could have went through different ideas and how to expand on the story. We know, but some of the ideas that came up and how they try to fit them in, going to be honest, made no damn sense.
Well,
And
the
it's
show
tough.
should have been, and it probably was been based off of a manga series.
Well,
Can we just appreciate on how soon the latest series of Game of Thrones drops?
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
same here.
Me either.
Oh, it looks fucking decent considering they spent like pretty much around 2 years making it. The last season of it.
But yeah,
Yeah,
really.
The only thing I know about that show is that there's some bitch who fucks her brother. And there's another bitch who births dragons.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And also the one line, winter is coming.
Brace yourselves. Winter is coming.
That's like probably like the only thing I know from the show. Winter is coming.
Well, if your nickname's Winter, your name's Winter. Well,
Winter is coming.
don't be watching that line right as you bust a nut.
Or when you're, or no, like exactly when you're when one of your friends is named Winter, and for example, you're like in a very steady situation with like he just broke up with his girlfriend, he found out she did something, and
And he's
now
just
you try to go
fucking
warn her,
walking up.
and he just says, "Hold up, hide, winter is coming."
He's just gonna roll up with a fucking shotgun or something.
He's
Gonna
like,
roll up with a
"So
baseball
I
bat.
heard you did this during our relationship, and I just now found out about after our breakup. You want to explain yourself?"
Horses be like.
Fucking smelling like fish.
Is it me or like?
Bruh.
Can you always know? Like, can you always tell when you're in a stable by that distinctive smell of horse? I'm the
I
only
don't know.
person-
I don't know if I'm either. No. Here's the thing though. Even if the horse, I don't know if I can either tell if I was in the distinctive smell of being in a stable or the distinctive smell of being in a dysfunctional household. But then again, mostly in general, horse does the smell reminds me of being in the stable. Yeah.
True that. We haven't.
I mean,
had,
I've always seen horses, but I never handled horses.
we haven't had a topic come from fucking Clifford now.
Yeah,
That
Clifford,
is
you
very
be
true.
quite silent.
I know.
Just,
So I'm just gonna start because you guys kind of skipped me when I was talking about my weekend.
All right,
But,
please
oh
tell
well.
us about your weekend.
To be fair, really wasn't interesting. Nothing really. Well, you can't exactly say that. My childhood best friend's sister passed away recently. Not sure
Oof.
how.
I'm
Hit
sorry
the
to hear
ground
that.
too
much
hard.
so.
I'm sorry to
He
hear
has my
that.
sincere Thank you. He has my
When they
sincere
hit the ground
condolences.
too hard,
Possibly.
bro.
Didn't get to know
When
her
they
that
hit
much.
the ground, all you heard was, or the bones be breaking. Popped up in the corner.
They
hit
were
the
so
ground too
weak they
hard.
didn't drink milk.
Or they didn't
The
drink bone milk.
funeral is actually just yesterday too.
Did you go in there? But no
Yeah,
Russian.
Yeah, I went in there just to pay respect.
Would you go up there, press F to pay respects, and just run?
I definitely did press F, but he didn't run.
Surprising. Clifford
So-
being a Clifford would have fucking dipped.
So kind of eventful, yeah. That's all that's basically interesting about my weekend. Other than that, it was alright.
You know the one type of YouTubers I find the most interesting?
Hmm.
It's not the fancy, like, big time commentary YouTubers. No, it's not them, but it's the kids who run those little the YouTubers. You know, like a Little Pet Shop, Littlest Pet Shop, My Little Pony Toys. Those ones. Because if you think about it, they actually hold quite a lot of story. And I might sound like a fucking lunatic for saying this, but it's actually really decent to watch. Go out there on YouTube one day, right? Go into a search bar and just put in something like Littlest LPS story or some shit like that, right? And there will be hundreds of videos. And just scroll down and just select one. And you are guaranteed to go, what the fuck? But then you'll go into a part where you're like, this is weird.
we talk about like the lore behind Littlest Pet Shop, like that, or
No, I'm saying
Just
like the
like-
kids who would play about with the toys and they make their own shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. That's some pedo shit.
It's not really
Yeah,
pedo
I'm not
shit,
gonna lie.
because if you think about it, the only time it's pedos is if you ask them to see things in specific stances. But whereas you're just watching someone play with a couple of toys, with what, like maybe 3/4 of their thumb being shown, or just a like portion of their hand and fingers moving a toy about as it's making like fucking voices for other characters. Think about it. Some of the stories or for them are actually really fucking slick.
I want to ask a very quick question.
Go ahead, we're here for.
Since Halo, you did mention, I never did this already, but Halo, since you did mention about stories of like behind things that we would not normally watch. I mean, just a quick ask: have any of you have watched the entirety of the Matrix trilogy?
Can't
I
say I
have
have.
when I was younger, but I don't have any. Or I have one of the movies still, but
In before spoilers ahead.
Yes, if you do, I'm just saying right now, people that are listening to this, I prefer you not to listen because The Matrix, if you have not watched it before, I advise you not to listen at this moment because there will be spoilers. And not only to mention, go watch Matrix if you haven't. It's a pretty interesting series. Watch it from the first movie all the way to the end. It does kind of get more philosophical rambling of religion, savior, and revolutionism into like the last movie, but overall I think the series is pretty good. All right, now catching on to the main topic about it. It centers around, I like the theme of it, of how it centers around machines taking over the world and using human beings as a source of energy because machines in a form of way need like electricity, and they managed to manipulate a human's bio heat through the power of fusion and turn it into electricity and power the machines. And not only that, in the movie, people were never born naturally. I was shocked when they saw that they were being grown in fields right by the machine's main city.
What
It's pretty.
if there was an actual thing though? Like, I bet you right, somewhere out there, I don't know where, somewhere in a distant universe, or someone genuinely believes that people were grown out on a field.
I mean, that's
And
how
then-
it was in the movie. I don't know
Yeah,
how they did
And
it
then in somewhere in
exactly.
an alternate universe, there will be the exact same thing. But the film's gonna have the babies grow inside the people, and they're gonna go, yo, that's a bit weird. We were born in the fields. And then someone's also going to be having the same exact conversation right
that we are
fucking
right
now.
now, except it's just in an
And they're going to be
alternate.
talking about how weird it is to have a kid grow inside them.
I mean, technically, you already have the fetus of the child growing inside of you, like 9 months overall beforehand, like growing into its size before giving birth. But in the movie, though, and especially in how they are grown, it's what they are augmented with during their
Just
growth and
like Gary, am
development.
I right? Only thing he's going to stay in is the
He's gonna stay in the field or he's gonna get thrown away. But
view.
they have ports on each some sections of their bodies, down their spinal cord on their back, a battery port. Well, I mean, not like technically battery port, like not like a plug-in, but like a sort of plug-in, but like as a link to something. Like these ports go down all the way to their back, on their arms, the back of their head,
This is a
their
me on a
legs,
Friday.
their chest, and I was always confused and like, why were they made this way? And then it shoots to a scene of where just a newborn child from the fields is delivered to, I'm supposing, the power plant of the machines, of where they are placed in a pod. All the cords are connected to them, like in every crevice and every section of their body is connected with a cord. Nothing is left unconnected, and they are liquefied inside a pod, and they remain in that stasis for the rest of their lives. And then you're probably wondering, well, does it mean that those people are dead or alive? And what really happens to those people? Well, the thing that really most intrigues me about the movie is how they are, in fact, born in like that kind of sort of way, but at the same time not born. Their mind is trapped in a reality by the movie trademark name, The Matrix. A reality made by the machines to keep the humans that they made under control so they cannot revolt against the machines for what they do just so they can survive. It's literally to keep
Mr.
humanity in control.
Anderson.
Mr.
I've been
Anderson.
expecting you.
Mr. Anderson. So I've just seen this one glorious thing, right? Buying toys for your kids isn't enough. Making toys for your kids also isn't enough. Stealing toys for your kids, yeah, it's kind of good. But moving next to an anti-vax mother and waiting for the garage sale. Saving your money, ain't you?
I mean, that's smart, but
Slick.
in terms,
Just tough for the kid.
But then again, wait, no. Would that also be kind of like a risk for your child? Like, even though they will be vaccinated, considering that that kid may have contracted every known ancient disease possibly known to man, including the bubonic plague, may have been spread onto the toys.
Somehow, like, well, I mean, you could always clean them up before you give them to the kid. Disinfectants exist nowadays.
But what one of the diseases over time, like in history, have mutated and have evolved where they become more resistant. The cleaning utensils and everything, and
Then we'll just use
they're
our good
resistant.
old set everything on fire to cleanse it.
But then again, we're the toys.
Well, I mean, remember remember ultraviolet lights as well. That's another thing. High
Oh.
enough concentration, that shit cleans that shit right the fuck up.
Yo, we're gonna get fucked by like
Super
Black Plague round 2 because of all the fucking
anti-vaxxers.
ice caps melting.
I mean,
Yes.
the ice caps are melting at such a rate, which has been really slow. If you think about it right, though, they've been melting since this planet was here.
But then we kind of accelerated that with global warming
But then
and the
think about it,
industrialization
for years
revolution.
and years, it's been slowly going over. So when we're dead in the future generations, it's their problem. For ours, fucking YOLO.
Cowabunga
by
it
then,
is.
Other people,
As
everyone
long as-
else will be going to space sometime soon as it is.
As long as Elon Musk gets us to Mars, we Gucci.
Think about it. They can grow their own shit there. Everyone will be like,
That
oh
is very
shit.
true.
I mean, the level of incest which would probably occur, though.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
So basically, our entire race will become Alabama. Okay.
The state.
Yeah. There you go.
yells in incest.
Screams and incest. Only has one eye.
Cyclops.
Fucking what's his name from the Goonies?
Oh my fucking god.
No, wait.
Why are you doing him like that?
Swap.
Yeah, that's his name. Fucking slow.
Me, Ruth, baby. Breaks out of the chain of the walls, proceeds to just
fucking
slaughter
slow.
everyone for a baby Ruth. Baby. Baby.
aliens are gonna go down to fucking Mars, right? They're gonna see this all and go, "What the fuck? Pack your shit. We ain't even fighting them. They're fucked enough as it is. Just dip." Rob,
But then they
Rob.
see us. But then they see us expand to other planets. Oh shit! No, get out of the solar system.
Fucking pull up. They're gonna be, oh shit, fuck, oh shit, fuck.
Failed genocide.
And actually, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Then again, if I probably would have said what I was going to say there, everyone on this show would probably be convicting me as a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I mean, it's part of general talk, though, ain't it? So,
Well, yeah. Then
That is very
again,
true.
you can just let out your opinion, but it goes to a certain degree.
like
The
fitness
Earth is
grantees.
flat.
No, you're
I'm
under.
kidding.
I believe the
You're
Earth is
under-
flat.
I know. I'm kidding.
They can.
People think-
Everyone observes the fucking Mars is round, but yet there's a fucking flat Earth society. Where's the flat Mars society, huh?
Huh? Where is that?
Unlike the Earth, Mars has been scientifically proven to be round. That's why there's no flat Mars society.
But when people go and live on Mars, they're gonna be like, "Shit's flat."
Exactly, and
It's
then
very
there's gonna be
sad
a
how
flat
true that
Mars
is.
society, and then it's gonna be like these dumb motherfuckers.
That's why I can't wait for some time in the future to create space tethers and things.
You know what
'Cause
theory
then-
I think is cool? The hollow Earth theory.
Well, theoretically, the Earth has a core, and there's like, space in there.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like the hollow Earth theory, like there's civilizations of different beings living within the Earth that we don't know about yet.
Well, they would probably be all dead by now, considering that the further you go towards the Earth's core, the hotter it gets.
They're probably the reason why Florida exists.
That's why Bryce exists, ain't it?
It's the reason why what exists?
Bryce.
Bryce.
They dug deep enough and fucking uncovered him.
I mean, really, Florida in itself is just another planet. If you
No.
think about it.
You all know what Florida really is.
Hmm.
It's one of the only PvPvE enabled states. Well, we got Detroit being the number one.
Detroit's the online tryhard lobby of GT Online.
It's
Current
just a
objective
flat out
survive.
PvP. It's not PvPvE, now it's flat out fucking PvP. When you're driving there, you get a text on your phone, caution you're entering a PvP area. Advise with caution.
You just see multiple people in cars with just doing drive-bys of people like literally like in any street and like
I
of
was
any
just saying, if you want to
block.
make this like the tryhard GTA service, you see someone with the Insurgent, someone
that, you
obviously
just-
with a Hydra or some sort of a laser,
You see someone with
Someone with a
probably
fucking
2 or 3 Avengers flying towards you.
a couple of MOCs while you're at it,
Just to add to that, probably 2 bambushkas.
and some really salty fucking texts. Yo, I'm about to fuck you up, dude.
Facts.
Shit like that. Yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yo, and you know. For the fucking life of you. The most scariest music.
The scariest music?
Disc Minecraft. That's what I'm saying. Either that or
Fucking
the
cave
Outlaws.
music in
Disc 11.
the desk or the cave music in Minecraft and Disc 11. A broken disc. Scariest music in all of video game history.
Yep.
Scared of no man. But that thing, Disc 11, it scares
scares
me.
Me mining when I was 6 years old. Ambient music cues in.
Nah. You know. As soon as you hear like the fucking cave ambience and a cave spider come out, bruh, everybody be acting gangster. Until
Everybody
the
be
cave spider
acting
pull-
gangsta until the cave spider pull up.
Nah, it'd be scary. Like you're trying to be quiet. It's 2 a.m. Your parents told you to go up, go to sleep many hours before, and you're sitting there mining for diamonds. And all of a sudden, you hear that one wretched sound no one wants to hear. Creeper. You know as a matter of fact, it's game over, son.
It's game over. It's either you scream and
Or
wake up
you
your parents.
quickly rush to turn your Xbox off and then go to sleep. And try not to freak about how, like, you've got into a situation.
Fucking back.
Just takes me back. Takes me back many, many years. When the old Minecraft came out, charged $15 for it.
Yo.
Everyone was going absolutely crazy. Most people were like, no, it's fake. And then they actually checked the Xbox store and boom, there it was.
Huh.
Yo,
I think
I
about it.
remember playing like the
There
demo of
was
it
no
in like
hunger.
the tutorial world.
There was no hunger. There was no sprinting.
Those were the days, man, on Xbox 360.
You could share to Facebook.
Yeah. Fucking
Those were the times.
when Facebook was relevant, not to old people.
Bro, I just remember like back in the old days. I mean, I'm talking about like the old Xbox 360 days. Minecraft was literally at I'd say its prime.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh,
in
so-
2012 when Minecraft when trolling became a thing?
So that
Yo, I
Remember,
remember
like trolling literally started when one person and his friends decided to pick on one little kid by literally putting lava on his house. That's how trolling in Minecraft started.
when griefing started becoming a thing and everyone loved it. All the people pranking them by stealing their diamonds or moving them.
Blaming it on that person and everything.
oh yeah, when you're like an admin in a server and you could change your mode to creative. You just fucking find someone who's like full blown survival, has like a stack of diamonds, and you'd like take their diamonds, put it in a chest surrounded by bedrock.
What you do instead was there'd be that one kid who goes AFK, and you'd just be sitting there like, yeah, everything's okay.
Wait. No,
And
no,
then
no,
you
no, no.
put fucking, because remember, no one had creative back then, so all we had was obsidian, weren't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'd be sitting there and we'd start casing someone's house in obsidian whilst they're AFK. You know what that reminds me of though?
Huh.
You remember the time where it was me, you, Gary, and Bryce, I think.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, so that probably
Gary
me,
was
not you,
AFK.
Gabe.
Gary was AFK, and I was the host of it.
Oh my god.
And I remember giving everyone an
Oh.
extra bit of money because fucking Gary was AFK.
Oh,
And then we
fuck.
done the entire heist without telling him because it auto started because the timer went down.
Wait, you went from Minecraft to GTA 5.
Because this was on the aspect of like trolling him, really. It was just the fact of Gary was AFK, and I was like, yo, if he doesn't come back, I'm giving him 0%.
Bro.
He doesn't come back.
The
Us
Minecraft
fucking dies.
Or no, the GTA 5 heist cut board, like where you select the cut, is really where friendships are ended.
Facts.
Like you just give two people 25%, the host gives himself 50%, the one person just gets 0.
Then there's us. We do 25 all about, but then here's us. Yo, I'm giving you. Here's an extra 5% of you two. I'm giving myself an extra 10. And I remember we done the entire fucking heist without telling him. And he's like, "What? I didn't get paid." And here's us trying not to die of laughter. And we just played it off like his game glitched out.
Oh yeah, I
And then he
remember
found
that.
out.
Yeah, that's so funny.
He never
We're
found
fucking
out.
sitting there, like
He never
he
did.
came back and he's like, why aren't we doing the heist? Why aren't we in like the waiting screen? We're like, oh, we already did the heist. We finished
so
it.
you
He's
no,
like, but I
no,
didn't get
remember-
paid. And we're like,
No,
Are
because
you sure? We all
he
got
went
paid.
AFK for like 10 minutes. So that's like what? He went for the first planning screen where that's what, 5 minutes it's on for? And then another
Yeah.
3 minutes for selecting your outfit and shit. So that's what we all
Yeah.
done. And then we just waited for him for like 2 minutes, and that's when he got back on. And then we drove to the place, you know, we done it all. And then that's when we finished it up pretty. It was just after when he was like, "Oh, you know, no, he went AFK during the last boat section."
yeah,
And he came back. He's like, "I didn't get any money." And we're like, "Oh, that's not good. Why don't you speak to?"
that's weird. We all
You guys are
got
trying.
we all got
You guys are
paid.
trying not to laugh.
You know, we was really calm about it. But as soon as he went, we was fucking dying. I don't think we have ever tried that hard to not laugh at something.
So like,
Never.
literally, like you guys were not, because you guys weren't wheezing or anything like that. You weren't like grinning like that. You just stayed calm that entire time. As soon as you left it,
Yeah.
you just let it all out. But here's the thing that I want to find out though. In the future, did he ever even find out that it was you guys?
No, he was not smart enough to realize.
Well, I mean, yeah. Then again, you're talking about Gary.
Exactly.
Fucking amazing though.
I remember you guys gave me like 5% on a heist that one time because I had to go do some fucking shit.
I
I
think
come
that
back
wasn't
and-
with me. I remember though.
It
like,
was with you. It
Yeah, I'm
was
saying,
with you.
I wasn't. I remember. Oh, was it Bryce? I
No, it was
swear.
with you.
I know. I
was-
shit you not.
I'm pretty sure it's
think
the
it was
group
Bryce.
that's here
We-
right now.
I am
I had
more
to
than likely
go
certain it was
do
fucking
some
Bryce.
chores. I had to go do some chores, and I come
I thought
back.
you got put down to 15%, and then
No, it was
Bryce
it was
fucking leached an extra 5 off you.
no. I was down to 5%, and I went to go do some chores on like.
Oh no,
the
when
latest
that
screen.
when that Gary fucking coming back at you because we kept looping around Pakistan, and he got back by doing that to you.
I don't remember exactly. I just remember I got 5% for a heist because I didn't actually like pay attention to the payout board. I just readied up, assuming that everything was gonna be fair. And then we
Yeah.
do the entire heist fucking flawlessly. And then it's like, you're cut 5%. What the fuck? Why did I only get 5%?
Yeah, I
You
remember.
guys are
No,
all
we
just
really
fucking
like
dying.
we really
I'm like,
fucking
you
started cussing
asshole.
out Gary.
Uh,
Wait a minute. Remember that one time when we were all of us were playing Minecraft, and me and this individual created a penis?
You remember all the times we put swastikas and we kept griefing Gary's shit on his roleplay ones?
Yes.
The
oh my
flags.
god.
The flags.
Oh yeah, the
Oh my
flag.
god. No. Speaking of that, no. That one place where he did hide and seek. That one place where we did hide and seek.
Yeah, it was me, you, Gary, Bryce, Cole, and I think that was all of us. I think we had yeah, I think that was all of us at the time. And yeah, we done hide and seek. But at one point, I figured out, oh wait, you can. There was no like, there was block breaking permission. So here's me secretly going out the fucking map to find. We couldn't put blocks down, but we could sure as hell break them. So we just fucking like secretly left. Everyone was like, "Where do you guys go?" And then so I was fucking like making a fucking beeline out the place.
And then not even a second later, we see stuff catching on fire and there's lava coming through the roof.
Yeah, no, I remember that. We got before the world went back to normal mode. I think it was me and Cole. We got shit tons of fucking lava buckets. And then we got onto the roof, and then we just started caking the
remember
place in fucking lava. And then everyone was like,
remember
"Yo, why is everything on fire?" And then they look up, and it's just a fucking blanket of
Oh god.
amazing times.
Amazing.
Remember that period when Cole would only play fucking Roblox?
Remember that period would only play nothing but Five Nights at Freddy's?
Remember that period?
Oh, and that's when he like
When
that's when he
I
like
was
became
like,
a furry and we all like made fun of him.
I was just saying, remember that one period where I made Gary cry so many times just because of the fact of I kept putting flags down?
Oh my god.
If-
Oh, when we
and
made
to which
fucking
I replied, if you don't have a flag down, it's not yours.
when we kept the first time we ever got the big man mad at us.
Oh.
When you hit him with a fucking plane in GTA. And when we were trying to do a role play and he just fucking flipped his shit. Oh my
Oh,
god.
when JJ would lose his shit so many fucking times.
No, wait. No, remember when we initially first met in a GTA lobby? I just joined in randomly. I just came to the airport. You guys were doing fuck all, who knows? And you just planes flying through the air, just crashing.
I don't know. I remember it. Yeah, we was just there. I think we was either came out of a high setup or we was killing Gary for the memes, and then you joined in, and that's when we was like, "Yo, this man kind of cool."
I mean, but we all know who invited me.
Fucking think the amount of shit we done to piss off Gary and JJ mid
Oh my
role
God,
play.
man.
You remember when JJ would always be going on about fucking air shows and shit, like fucking, here's me, I'll get the Hydra out. Then I would always blow him up, and then he'd lose his shit.
He always wanted to be like a fucking truck driver and shit too.
And also back then, I didn't have a mic.
Oh, that was so fucking AIDS.
Like literally. And eventually, that Christmas when we like on 2015, that's when I got this headset right here. I'm still wearing. I'm still using it to this day.
The amount
went
of
through
shit
so
one
many
mate's gone
headsets.
through.
I've gone through.
Same. I've went through probably 3 headsets. 3. And this
I've
is my
probably
4th.
gone through. I've probably gone through about 10 or 11 headsets in the time that I've had my Xbox.
You remember the old original Xbox One headsets they'd give to you?
Oh,
The
yeah,
times they would
snakes.
break so many fucking times.
Yeah.
I think that broke for me within the first 2 weeks of having it.
The main reason why it broke was because the cord got worn out, or it got stretched out so much where some of this stuff just got quite disconnected and it just didn't work all that well. I like the port in the
No,
bottom where
mine
it got
just
connected to the
mine
adapter.
just broke for no reason. It just died.
Same.
It was just
Like,
like my
bro,
time has come,
weren't
and that was like
weren't
2
those
weeks after
headsets?
getting it.
Weren't those headsets like an easy $15-$20 each?
Yeah. And the funnier thing is, right, fast forward, I get one of the Xbox One stereo headsets. That shit only
Mhm.
lasted 3 fucking months.
Yeah, probably about the same for me too. I had one. It was like a camo one.
Yeah. To which end I
Died.
purchased the Turtle Beach one, and they are just so much more comfy, and the sound quality is so nice on them.
Wearing a Turtle Beach right now. I
Same
love
here,
Turtle
bro.
Beach.
This video and this podcast, whatever you're going to be watching it on, is totally not sponsored by anything. Yo,
This is not a
sponsors, hit us
sponsor.
up.
This is not a promotion.
Not sponsored. Just
Hey, yo,
generally a
Blue
good
Snow Group,
band.
hit us up if you wanna make this shit a bit more better.
Hit us up whenever.
Any mic company out there, hit us up.
Hey yo, Logitech, yeah, I know you make some. Send them our way.
Imagine thinking Astro is better than Turtle Beach.
Oh my god. Afterglow are the
Afterglow.
worst headsets.
I was about to
Oh
say,
yeah,
Horus
bro.
has gone through like fucking 8 of them, if I recall correctly. 8.
8 Afterglow headsets.
Like they're cool, but
Yeah, they look nice, but they're
Oh.
fucking shit on quality.
quality wise,
Bro.
they're shit. They break
Like literally,
so
like
easily.
if as soon as someone speaks to you through those headphones, it sounds like you're on a fucking iPhone.
You're on
No,
a
it
fucking
sounds like you're at a
loudspeaker.
McDonald's drive-through.
That's worse.
Oh, that's fucking significantly worse. You're like, hello, welcome to McDonald's. How may I take your order?
Shamrock Shake.
Did you say
Like-
Shamrock Cake?
No,
That's-
Shamrock Shake. And as per se, make it 2 Shamrock Shakes.
That's
Sure, this is
legit what
Burger
it sounds
King.
like. The audio quality that you get from them isn't half bad, but the mic quality is just ass.
It's good if you're playing solo games.
I
Yeah.
mean, it would be more suited. Imagine imagine if are they compatible with Xbox 360 by any chance?
Yeah.
They are.
Playing that in MW3 lobbies, MW3 chat with those headsets.
MW.
Oh my god.
Was it me or was like? Now looking back at it, game chat made everyone sound like 3 times as fucking loud.
Oh
Game
yeah, it
chat
actually
made
did.
everyone's mic quality is worse.
I know.
And then you go into
That's
a chat for the first time, and you're like, "Oh my
Bro,
god!"
I'm just saying right now, I would right now if I had a time machine in front of me, like, and the computer would
I'd go
ask me
back
the simple question.
to
You
the
are going to
end
choose a
to
specific
era.
moment in time where you're going to go back and all of this stuff that you have done in your life is going to be erased and you're going to start from this point. Are you sure to proceed? You know how fast I would go back to 2008.
Well, if you think about it, we'd have knowledge of our of the future. So, if you think about it, if we started like mass, like fucking ramming numbers, lottery numbers and shit down, go on Google,
Yo.
find the hand winning pick'em winners and shit, and then you'd be like, I want a lucky dip for today, and I got these numbers. And before you know it, we got like fucking millions.
I got cashed out.
But then again, if you did do that with a time machine, trying to think of like the amount of time paradoxes you would probably create.
I mean, I'm
Like-
pretty sure you'd more or less create different branches in time, like in
Yeah.
the universe.
Well, if you think about it, right, we've already been doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I've
actually,
got my
no.
racing wheel right in front
now
of
that
me.
I'm thinking about
There
it,
is a split whilst we're doing this, where a part of me will rotate it clockwise, and then there'll be another timeline, or now where I'll rotate it counterclockwise, and then that would spark a completely different system.
Multiverse theory.
Butterfly effect.
now I'm
See,
thinking about
depending
it.
on which way he turns that damn wheel, it could mean the end of civilization Or the prosperity.
Yo, yeet! Yeet that motherfucking shit to the right. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah, bro. If I had the option to just go back in time to like 2000, to like basically
Modern
the
Warfare 2
golden
era.
Call of Duty days,
I want MW.
Bro.
Yeah. Right when Call of Duty was at its peak, those times were
No,
the
fuck it.
best.
Black Ops 1. Zombies. I remember my friend was like, yo,
like
I got a
literally
copy of Black
2000
Ops
and,
1.
2009, no, 2009 to 2013 was the golden years of Call of Duty.
The
They
best
really were.
Call of Duty game changed my mind. The best Call of Duty game was World at War.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
love it.
Introduced
first
the first
zombies
zombies. The first zombies. It was
Yeah,
it
but
was
the
called Nazi
soundtrack-
zombies.
The soundtrack
Yeah,
as
it
well
was.
was really nice. It was produced by a really good gang of people.
Noctur on Totem.
The first buying the car 98 on the wall.
And then they expanded the Black Ops 1. You'd be having the Thunder Gun on Noctur on Totem.
Kino, you'd be rolling up with a fucking. You're sitting outside trying to train all the zombies. Your friend's like, "Yo, we need a pack a punch." So you had to link the teleporters up from main theater.
Yo, those, but Nazi zombies. Because I was probably about, what, 6 or 7 when that game came out. Nazi zombies was the scariest shit back in the day.
Right?
Yeah, I know the feeling.
You would get scared just from hearing the zombies be like, "Ah!" I could never
That
play
was
that
made.
game solo.
Guess when it was made?
When?
2008.
Yeah, we know that.
2008. Yeah, so it was probably about 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was around that age too. I
Looking
didn't really
back
get.
The game.
I mean, I'm not technically considered myself as an OG Call of Duty player because I think I didn't get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 not until like probably 2010, but probably
I've
like a
played-
month or two before EP01 came out.
I've played
And I was
every
like
Call of Duty
7
game.
or 8.
I played through every Call of Duty story. Except for the new ones, because, well, the new ones are ass.
And plus, probably the new ones don't even have a story anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
Because corporations are now focusing on the multiplayer and microtransactions and just. No, wait a minute. Speaking of that, remember Advanced Warfare weapons?
To be honest with you, I don't know
I
why.
don't even
but
want to
actually
think of
liked
Advanced Warfare.
AW stuff was actually quite cool.
Yo, there were more people playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 than there were people playing Advanced Warfare when it came out.
Exactly, bro.
Keep in mind though, with AW, the story was quite cool, and everyone was like, "Yo, this is fucking groundbreaking." But then
The
fast forward,
the story was interesting, actually. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, it was.
And
I
then
really liked what they did with the story. To be honest with you,
the only bump in sales that really happened in the next time Call of Duty shows is Black Ops 3, but that turned out as a major disappointment. I mean, all that really was
No,
the difference
they
was
kept-
sales.
They kept putting in the exosuits and like the super jumps and shit, and that's what really killed the game.
Yeah, that's
'Cause,
true.
like, that's not Call of Duty. That's not what it is. Like, yeah,
it's
fuck
like
up.
you're starting to walk into Titanfall's area. Then
But then
I mean, to be
that's
fair,
when
they were exploring possibilities, for, excitement, because every Call of Duty back then was kind of the same, but it had its own, like, unique aspect to it. They were
And then
trying to do that, but they
2016
couldn't.
2016
I think-
introduced.
I think they
Infinite
really
Warfare.
went into the. I think they really went into the
unrecovered.
exosuits and stuff is because Titanfall blew up. It was like, yo, this is
Yeah.
a cool game, like getting these
Titanfall
giant
is a
mechs
really
and
good game.
stuff.
Hey, for all we know, I think it might have been Activision's idea.
If we actually, hopefully, we'll see a Modern Warfare 4.
Hopefully.
And
Uh,
if they
Also,
if they gave the go ahead for a futuristic one of that, but if they kept all the other ones boots on the ground, I think people would be like, "What the shit?" and why is this so cool?
Yeah.
That would be true.
You know what?
did you also hear rumors of a Modern Warfare 2 remastered?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a likelihood of that.
People are saying that right now that it's supposed to specifically come out campaign only.
I mean, I'd be okay with
Fuck,
that.
I wouldn't be mad with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I'd
mad.
play
Campaign.
I mean,
and
who doesn't want to
and
be
all of it,
betrayed by Shepard
but
again? So everyone
the
could get
problem
that angry feeling.
people are
Oh, I
debating.
seen a video on YouTube and it was a theory as to why Shepard betrays you.
Because he's just used you to get all the shit he wants.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean,
It's
and
not really a
he
theory.
tried.
It's already
And
like,
plus, not only did he use you to do that, and not the reason why he tried to kill you, he tried to kill you off just to avoid any conviction of foul play.
and then look when he went off with the EMP as well.
Exactly.
No. Roach. Ghost. No.
Yo, Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yo,
though.
Soap though. Oh boy.
Our boy Soap
That's-
McTavish.
I cried when he died in NW3. I let out a lot of tears.
I find it funny now how we look back, or how we play some games. Right, when I was a young boy, I didn't really know. I didn't really like know most story behind Reach.
I never
so,
really got emotionally
playing
attached
through-
to any characters.
You know, playing through Reach as a kid, I didn't really care. You know, I was like, oh, okay, the game's kind of cool. Oh, the story's crazy cool and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now, I was like, yo, this shit fucking hurts seeing fucking George die.
As a kid, I never got emotionally attached to any characters. So playing through like the Call of Duty stories, it was like, oh, these
Well, half
people
of
are
them
pretty
didn't
cool,
really-
and then someone dies, and it's like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't really get.
But then looking back,
them.
But now, like looking back, I'd probably cry. But I haven't played any of those Call of Duty games in like ages. You know what game? You know what game really fucked with me though? Like a Call of Duty
What
game.
was that?
I can't remember what it was, but it was the one with Riley, the dog. Yo, when
You
that
talking about
dog
Ghost?
got shot. Yeah, I think so. When that dog got shot, that shit tore me apart. I was like, no, you bastards!
he didn't die though.
I just went on a rampage, like, didn't take a single bullet. Just fucking
I mean, he didn't die.
mowing down these
Yeah, he
fuckers.
didn't die.
I know, but still, just getting the dog getting shot was enough for me to be like, you fuckers.
But yeah, I mean, I did play that too, and I actually was shocked, and I was kind of, enraged a little bit that they shot my man's Riley.
I love dogs, like, with a passion. Dogs, my soul animals, man. Swear to God. Spirit animals. Sorry. But, so, like, whenever I see a dog in a movie die, or, like, a dog in a game, like, get shot or hurt or die, it just hurts me inside.
Sets you off.
Bruh.
Oh, cool. Well, I miss the old Call of Duties though, for real.
And that was
I did
even,
too.
like, for me, even as a kid, that shit enraged me to watch, like, dogs get hurt or something. It's like, you fuckers.
I was more numb as a child.
I'm still numb to people dying, more or less, but
Well, look at when like fucking George and shit like sacrificed themselves. I was numb to that. I was like, okay.
No, looking back.
I'm like, bro, he fucking died thinking he ends the fucking war, but nope.
More of them come in.
It must be the whole damn Covenant fleet.
They're everywhere.
And then they just fucking die.
And then that's when the true invasion of the planet begins in like New Alexandria or Exodus, when they start straight up glassing the planet.
Yeah, they were like, yep, time to yeet this shit now.
Like literally, like new.
Just
Like,
imagine
I'm
if
just
the
saying
dodo
now.
put up then.
I'm. Oh my god. But
Just imagine he just pulls up, he's like, time to compose.
But then, like, under my opinion, like New Alexandria, from that point forward out in the game, even though most of the game was like pretty, I'd say, in a calm situation, but New Alexandria on forward had you really set on edge, and
Mhm.
you knew. And I liked what Reach did it didn't put you as like a winner. It took you as a story until like how one of the very first.
It
Well, I
put
mean,
you in
not
that
very.
losing battle.
Yeah, put you in that losing side, and you knew that your planet was going to be lost either way, and that you were probably going to die, but as a hero and whatnot, and you just knew your fate was coming eventually, and you were just fighting for a lost cause. You were fighting for like a battle that was like still was going to be, lost,
Hey,
but
so
you
I just
kept
thought of
fighting.
this. You know how there's been two slip space related incidents?
In Halo.
Yeah. Like the first one, I can't remember the second one, but the first one being when Cortana was with the slip space shit. Yeah, with the composer and just that in general.
Uh, when the Didact ship was destroyed and
Yeah,
pieces of her were still connected into the ship, and they went into a slip space portal that opened like a rupture.
yeah. Right.
And
Now, following this, theoretically speaking, does this mean George is still alive?
well, then again, the thing is though, he set off a subspace drive. It didn't have any guidance to anywhere in the universe or anything like
No,
that. There could have been a chance.
a free range shot is when you set one off, it'll just go to somewhere.
Yeah, well, even if it's a freeway shot, it doesn't mean it's going to be for sure going somewhere. It was either a 50-50 chance of it going somewhere or you're going to be teleported to oblivion.
So, but that's still somewhere though. So we might see him fucking pop up someplace.
Possibly. But that's if he initially survived the blast.
If not, we'll see some sort of like remains of him.
Possibly might see his helmet, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also, what is the secondary space incident?
I can't remember for the life of me.
I think I know what it is. I mean, this might not be it, but remember in that one scene in before Long Night of Solace in the beginning level where Kat mentioned of a vaguely subspace subspace drive malfunction where half of a
No, it
ship.
wasn't that one. It was I can't remember what happened, but something happened with slip space, and then they managed to come out completely unscathed. When I find what
I
I'm talking about, I'll I'll bring it up. I just can't.
I can't pitch anything into this conversation because I know fuck all when it comes to Halo.
The only real Halo people here are me and Halo.
Me in the game himself.
Yeah.
In before Microsoft turn up at the door, me, well, I'm fucked. Rest in peace, me, boys.
I mean, yeah, like I'm going to be honest. My first game of Halo was Halo Reach, but then afterwards, I'm like, okay, this game may have had some prequels or games before this. So let me see what they were. So I bought copies of Halo 2, Halo Combat Evolved, and Halo 3. Not the anniversary, surprisingly. I got the original Combat Evolved. I never
I
got
got
the anniversary.
I remember the first Halo game I've ever played was Halo 3 ODST. And then I went and I played the original Halo 3 and then Halo 4. I was like, oh, Halo 4's ass. The only thing I really liked about Halo 4 was the Forge and a
For the
little bit of the
longest time, I
online.
was gonna say, I remember I was sitting there. I had my old iPod 3G, and we was all getting hyped because they were showing off Halo Reach. And I remember one day I was watching the Forge reveal, and I was ill. So, what I mean by ill, I was throwing my fucking guts up. So here's me, sick bucket, because I was feeling a bit queasy. And I'm watching, and they said, oh, and we're adding this new type of fixture so you can magnet things and phase things. And I was like, yo, that's really cool. And right as I've said that to myself, I just threw up so fucking violently.
Oof. I never really got hyped for games when I was a kid. It was like
For me,
all my
I think-
brothers, like my brother and my stepbrothers at the time, they would all get hyped for the
I
new Call
remember
of Duties, but
pre-ordering Halo 4 and taking a day off school. I was that hyped for it. Same thing with Reach, if I recall correctly.
oh, that's what JJ did when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. He literally skipped a day of school and played the entire story in one day.
Yeah, for me, I think I didn't do that. I remember going to school and then after that going to actually pick up the game.
I did that for Red Dead 2. I skipped a day of school just to play it.
I never
Pretty
skipped
much.
a
I
day of
was gonna
school,
say,
but I always got the most of it.
Should we wrap it up now? I think we have a good fair bit of talk.
I mean, it's really up to you.
I mean, I feel like this one's a bit more better, and it's also gonna be a bit more easier for me.
Well, I mean,
what's
hey,
the
whatever
time?
floats your boat.
Well, considering we've done it for about an hour,
About an hour. Mhm.
an hour
Mm,
and
that
11
sounds-
minutes.
Seems,
Seems all right.
It's decent.
yeah,
Yeah.
seems pretty decent.
So I'd say, yeah, let's wrap it up now.
Sign off.
Yeah. So hope you boys enjoyed this.
Catch us up.
Catch
see
us
you
later next
next
week,
Friday.
next weekend.
Ciao.